The reading of this extract of the paper may have reinforced or weakened your initial intuitive ideas on the motivation to transform. We will here go deeper into the topic, mainly on the basis of a paper written by Christina Frank in 2008. She originally suggested that transformation is driven by three motives: access to commercial funds, product expansion, and organizational sustainability. In 2011-2012, I spent 1 year interviewing 60 Kenyan and Vietnamese microfinance stakeholders on the transformation of MFI. These stakeholders included clients, managers, loan officers of MFI, funders, regulators, and experts. This was a wonderful experience. After having conducted research in Vietnam and Kenya, I started working with Céline Louche, a professor at Audencia Nantes, to analyze these interviews. From this experience, I would structure my answer on the motivations of transformation a bit differently to Christina Frank. Another key motivation emerged from these interviews, and it is growth, growth, and growth. Managers are willing to transform because they think it will allow them to reach more clients. They therefore consider that it is a developmental motivation, a motivation related to development or poverty reduction objectives. They would be able to reach more poor people after transformation. What is the link between transformation and growth? Managers feel that they are constrained in the MFI, partly because of a lack of funding to finance their growth. We can thus link this with Christina Frank's first argument, the access to commercial funding. Indeed, commercial actors favor investments or loans to regulated MFI. These MFIs are licensed by the central bank, which provides an additional evaluation or guarantee on the quality of the management of MFIs. Moreover, growth is also related to organizational sustainability. The rationale is that growing MFIs may benefit from economies of scale, and thus be more efficient. By economies of scale, I mean that, for instance, they do not need to double the number of staff to reach twice as many clients. Next to growth, I also would like to highlight the importance of external pressures or incentives. This pressure or incentives could be exerted by funders, regulators, or even clients. In some cases, funders are ready to stop financing the MFI so that they can support other MFI or even other causes. These funders may also simply consider that regulation or the shift to a for-profit status would force the MFI to be more efficient. Regulators may also push some large MFI to become regulated and change their organizational structure. One reason is that regulators may think that MFI could represent a systemic risk. This means that their bankruptcy could result in a crisis for the whole banking sector in the country. Another reason is to protect the clients of the MFI, particularly in the case of MFI offering savings. MFI are most of the time only allowed to offer savings if they are licensed, but there may be illegal savings practices or borderline practices of forced savings, for instance. Finally, clients may also voice their desire for new products, such as savings. This is obviously related to the product expansion suggested by Christina Frank. Let's face it, some MFI also transform as mimetic behavior, just because other MFI started to do it, for instance, the one in the network. The transformation of the pioneer was a success, so many other MFI were inspired by this. Transformation was a hype, particularly in some circle. Imagine you are part of a network of MFI and all the MFI of your size transform. Consciously or not, you may be influenced. Finally, transforming into a full bank may also give you some new legitimacy. Some managers of MFI are looking for some recognition from different actors, including financial institutions. There we have it. This is a long list of potential factors or motivations. Some of these factors are more frequent, such as the one suggested by Christina Frank. Nevertheless, the microfinance sector may have underestimated the other ones. Transformation is not only the result of a long-term strategy to develop the MFI. It's also an outcome of tension and power struggles between various stakeholders.